got 3 minutes, so I'll just play. Play a little gong for everybody to join. Hi, in my notes. Alrighty, here we are. Happy Sunday, everybody. How are you doing? Oh my God, I'm not sure I can sit like that. Okay, so here we are. Sunday morning. I think it is this week 6 of teaching from home. And I don't know, it's been a tricky few days. So you probably know I got bit by a freaking centipede on Friday. I think it was Friday night. can't remember, a few nights ago anyway, which was extremely traumatic for lots of reasons, not to mention the intense pain, but then also, you know, how to deal with it, how to deal with it when you're kind of on your own. Anyway, I thank you for all the suggestions that you sent me, and I did them all in some kind of order. And you know, I think I'm going to probably do a YouTube video of how to take care of your foot if you get a centipede bite, so that you know that before it happens, because I did get a lot of information in about what to do, but of course when it's nighttime and you're in your house, not everything's on hand, and with the intense pain it was very hard to even think straight. So, you know, mostly what I did was a lot of screaming, a lot of swearing, and I drank a lot of whiskey. Okay, so that being said, I really feel like, you know, it was just another part of the collective stress, you know, the extreme collective stress that's around, and we're all just absorbing it and feeling it in different ways, and that just happened to be, you know, me, my feet on the earth, root chakra, security, you know, where am I, who do I belong to, what am I doing here, you know, all those things, yeah. And so that plays a number on our kidneys and adrenals, and I was kind of feeling like by now, you know, it's the start of May, we would have liked to think that, you know, we were all able to go back to work and, you know, be with our friends and get back to being together. And, you know, the fact that we're not doing that, on the one hand, it might be quite enjoyable, but on the other hand, might be quite stressful. So I chose this set today, the Kriya for balancing the adrenals and the kidneys, yeah, because the adrenals are really what give us the internal strength and grace to move through difficult situations. So I'm not saying I dealt with my centipede bite very gracefully. And if you were my neighbour that night, you would know for sure I was a Yorkshire girl. However, a lot of situations I do deal with quite gracefully. And so this set, the Kriya for adrenals and kidneys, we'll do that, and then get everybody up to speed with what's going on in your body, how you really are dealing with things, like on the inside, as opposed to, you know, what you're showing the world on the outside. Yeah, it's okay to get in touch with your feelings, tap deep, like, how am I really feeling? Yes, we want to be strong and we want to put our best foot forward, which was not my left foot. You know, and all that ways we present ourselves to the world. But really, you know, how is your body dealing with it? How are your adrenals and kidneys and your whole glandular system? How are you taking care of them, and how are they taking care of you? So that's what we're about this morning. So how about you just sit for a minute, close your eyes, let me play the bowls just for a few minutes, and you can just have a second or two to center yourself, take some deep breaths, and really tap in to what you're feeling. You don't need to tell anybody. If there's anybody in the room with you, you know, fine. If not, maybe you want to talk out loud to yourself. But just be honest with yourself. How are you coping? What's happening? another few deep breaths. And let's tune in together. So this is a Kundalini yoga class. So we have the mantra that we tune in with, Om Namo Gurudev Namo, and that just centers us, gets us in line with any answers to any questions that we may have, knowing that all the answers lie within us if we have the ability to be still, go within, connect with our teachers, with God, with the universe, however that shows itself for you. And then after we've sung that mantra, we'll sing the mantra for protection, Ad Gurename, and seal ourselves with this beautiful seal of protection around ourselves and our loved ones and the planet and the galaxy as a whole. And then we'll get started on our set. So if you're not already seated, please come up to seated, get yourself a cushion, and rub the palms together. I love to see everybody coming online, and it doesn't matter what time you come in, you can always watch the replay of this anyway. Hands at the heart center, push the thumbs into the sternum, fingertips all touching, fingers all touching, palms touching, elbows out. Deep breath in. And we'll chant together. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Ad Gurename, Jugad Gurename, Sat Gurename, Sri Gurudev Name. Ad Gurename, Jugad Gurename, Sat Gurename, Sri Gurudev Name. Ad Gurename, Jugad Gurename, Sat Gurename, Sri Gurudev Name. Deep breath in, pull upon the root lock, lift the gaze to the third eye. Imagine yourself surrounded in a beautiful light of wisdom, protection, health and happiness. Exhale. Give your hands a shake. All right, everybody. So, at the risk of repeating myself to people who are here on time, I did get a centipede bite the other day, and I have been pretty stressed all weekend. It's a bit of a trauma to the body, and I thought I'd do this set, the Kriya for balancing the adrenals and the kidneys. It's a beautiful set. It's actually one of the first sets I ever did as a 40-day challenge. And I absolutely love it. It's really, really fun, especially when you do it to music, which I'm not going to do here because I'm on my phone where my music is. I need to get that sorted out. Anyway, so, there's a lot of talk about adrenal fatigue. A lot of patients that come into my clinic, not so much now, but at one time, would talk about feeling they were adrenally fatigued. What does that mean? It basically means you can't cope. Yeah, you can't cope with what's going on. You don't have the strength to deal with what's going on, usually on a day-to-day basis. And your adrenals can become fatigued over time. Or, you know, you can have a shock like I just had, right? And that can zap your adrenals and just kind of take you off guard. But generally it's something that happens draining yourself over time. And the adrenals are connected to the kidneys, and they're right there at the lower back. And they secrete, they're part of your endocrine system, and they secrete, and yeah, we can all relate, right? And we need them to secrete the right hormones at the right time, yeah? So cortisol should be secreted in the morning when you wake up, because you got to wake up and get lively. But for a lot of people, it gets secreted at night time because they, you know, everything's out of balance, can't sleep. So this Kriya is going to help us to deal with life in a balanced and graceful way. And whatever circumstances are going on, if you have a strong nervous system, strong adrenals, strong connections, you will pull through it with grace and ease. And I don't mean that lightly. All right, let's see what card's going to be picked for today. Okay, that one. I am limitless. I am limitless. I'll read this to you. If you can dream it, you can do it. Do not listen to anyone who tells you your dream is impossible. Life continues to expand because of people's seemingly impossible dreams. Imagination and determination will get you there, so go for it. Space shuttle. It's funny, I was talking about this the other day, last night. We were looking at things on Netflix to watch, and I thought about watching Hidden Figures. I think I will. All right, my lovely. So, you are limitless. Anything you want to do is possible. All right. So this Kriya set for the adrenals and kidneys. Sitting up in a nice, comfortable position. First one we're going to do is it starts with the lotus mudra. So the lotus mudra is when you've got your pinkies and the edge of your pinkies and the edge of your thumbs are going to touch, yeah? And this is the lotus. It's the lotus of the heart. And the way that we do this, we inhale and we kind of tap those together, and then we exhale and stretch out. And when you stretch out, there's a nice bounce to your arms, yeah? All right, so it's like inhale, exhale. And you want to hear your breath as you do this. So you can watch me for a second or two, get your rhythm, out, in, out, inhale, exhale, together, apart. And then close your eyes and just get into this. So keep going. If you're new to Kundalini Yoga, it's a technology based at keeping the glandular system healthy, which is the chakra system, by any other name, your endocrine system, because every organ in the body and every gland in the body has a job to do. And it's so easy for those glands to stop doing their job properly, and therefore we get out of balance. And Kundalini Yoga is such a great way to bring those into balance through the movement, through the breath, through the mantra. A few more seconds. Three, two, one. Stretch your arms out, push your arms out, really feel that stretch. Bring the hands into the lotus mudra at the heart. Notice the energy moving, feel a little different, a little more alive, a little more kind of with it. Good, and then shake out. Okay, so next one. So we're going to do the breath of fire, and there's quite a bit of breath of fire in this. And please refer back to some of the Kundalini Bliss 808 videos right back at the beginning where we explain breath of fire. But what I am going to say now is that breath of fire is a blood cleaner. You know, you're breathing quickly and you're cleaning out toxins out of the body. So I told this story a while ago, and I'm going to tell it now because it was very relevant to me on Friday night after my centipede bite. But a couple of years ago, I had a friend who had been out partying. It was Christmas. She used to do Kundalini yoga with me, still does. And she'd been out partying and she had drunk too much, and she'd got in her car and was driving and got pulled over by the police. And obviously went into panic because she had been, you know, drinking, and she knew she was over the limit. And so they were going to breathalyze her on the spot, and she refused. And she said, you know, take me down to the police station, you know, which was a little bit of a drive away. And so she sat in the back of the police car and she was like praying, what am I going to do this? I cannot get, you know, a DUI. I know I'm going to do breath of fire. And she just remembered that in class I would always say that this is a blood cleaner. And, you know, I'd never really fully understood what that meant. You know, we say a lot of things that we read that we don't understand what they mean. But that was in her head, I'm going to clean my blood. And so she did breath of fire. So you imagine she's sitting in the back of this police car, 2 police people up front looking at her like, what are you doing? And she's in the back of the car doing this breath of fire. Anyway, she gets to the police station, the breathalyzer, and lo and behold, it's all fine. And when she goes to get her stuff back, you know, that she'd had to hand in when she first got, you know, arrested, the police officer was in shock because he was like, there was no way that you weren't over the limit. So not that I'm recommending that you go out drinking and driving. That's really an explanation about how the breath of fire does clean your blood. So there I am the other night, got this centipede bite in my leg. My leg felt like it was like I had a red hot poker sticking up from my big toe. I could hardly move at all. Anyway, I started doing some breath of fire, quite quickly, through the mouth to try and clean out the poison, the venom out of my bloodstream. Okay, so that being said, now we're going to do breath of fire. So it's a fast rhythmic breathing, even in, out, pumping the navel, but it's in, out through the nose. And again, for full instructions, please refer back to a earlier Kundalini Bliss 808 YouTube video. All right, so we're going to get our pinkies and we're going to interlace them. And then you're going to have them down here at your solar plexus around the belly button, and the thumbs are going to be up. That's it. And then you're going to pull on the pinkies, causing some tension in your arms, and then we're going to do breath of fire. All right, ready? Keep pulling on those pinkies, pumping the navel. You want to feel a pull across the back of the body too. And this is generating some heat in one side of the adrenals, yeah? So you want to kind of charge up these adrenals with this. Few more seconds, really go for it. Keep pulling on those pinkies. We're charging up the strength in our adrenal glands here. Three, 2, 1, inhale. pull. Exhale, relax the arms down, give yourself a little shake around. Okay, now we go straight into cannon breath. That's going to work on the other side of the adrenals. Cannon breath is the same, it's breath of fire, except this time you're doing it through the open mouth. Okay, so it's just like that. Yeah, okay, it feels a little bit odd compared to doing it through your nose. This is definitely what I was doing the other night. Yeah, somebody said getting bit by a centipede is a bit like the pain of giving birth. I was like, I don't know, I haven't given birth, but I definitely feel like my foot is right now. So this is what I could manage to do, cannon breath. All right, ready? So round puckered mouth, inhale, exhale, and concentrate on that lower back area of the adrenals and kidneys. Three, two, one, inhale. And exhale. Good job. Stretch out your legs if you need to. Okay, so you're going to take your hands, rub them vigorously, create a little heat. And you're going to place them over your adrenals and kidneys, okay, which are about here. So sitting there, there's your kidneys, and then the adrenals are little glands that sit on the top there. This is the area of focus for today. This is the area where we secrete the glands in balance that help us deal with stress in a graceful way, in a strong way. Gives us energy to move through life and all its challenges. And just for a moment, think to yourself, how are you dealing with life's challenges? It's going to be different for everybody. There's a collective challenge that we're all dealing with, but then we all have our own individual challenges. And you can be honest with yourself. Yeah, I'm not asking you to tell anybody else. How are you coping? How are you dealing with it all? At the same time as you're thinking that, be sending yourself lots of love and strength through those palms into those adrenals, kidneys and adrenals. All right, lovely. Okay, next one. So for this bit of the Kriya, we're going to be chanting the word har, H-A-R, har. When you say the R, you flick the tongue on the top of the roof of the mouth, just behind the teeth, yeah, on the palate there. So har means, it basically means creative life force. It means God. We bring into being what we're creating, and in this particular instance, we're creating grace and strength and the ability to cope. So you're going to take your left hand and place it across the lower back, yes, so that you can cover the adrenals at the back there, the palms facing outwards. You've just got that support across the lower back. The right hand is coming out, strong arm facing forward, palms are facing up. I'll just drop that there so you can see. And I'm looking, open eyes, kind of past my middle finger. just gazing past it, not at anything in particular, into infinity, in fact. And then as we're doing that, we're going to chant had. And as you chant had, you are pulling in your navel. So the card we pulled at the beginning of class is I am limitless. Limitless, had. You can tap into limitless potential for creating whatever you want. All right, are we ready? Head, 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 head. 3, 2, 1, inhale. Good, exhale, good job. Shake your arms out, shake it out. Okay, so this next one, body drops, really fun. You're going to be lifting the whole body up and down. Imagine if you could levitate. Yeah, so get that picture in your mind of somebody in a lotus position. I'm not doing that. I can't do that, but you might be able to. Sometimes when I'm teaching this class, actually in the class, and I have my students there, some people can actually get themselves into lotus and lift their whole body off the ground. So give it a go. That's not me, but I'm going to stay cross-legged, remove this cushion out of the way, and body drops. You inhale up and exhale, bounce back down. Yeah. So if you can get your whole body off the ground, then that's fantastic. Otherwise, just do what you can. Yeah. So it's inhale, exhale. So the body drops, body bounces. They're actually quite fun. So if you've just joined us, we're doing the adrenals and kidneys. Of course, that's the whole lower triangle of the body. Belly button down to the tip of your tailbone, all that kind of area there. So that's where our focus is. Lower half of the body. So body drops just activates that lower half of the body, and actually they're quite fun. So you're inhaling up, exhaling down. Let's do a few more. And it's so good for your whole body to be bouncing. Actually, I have a trampoline that I've had for probably 11 years. It's upstairs. Just go on every day, give it a little bounce. It's so good for your body, it's so good for the cells, so good for the lymph system. 3, 2, 1. Oh, good job. Shake your legs out. Give them a... I think I'm actually getting some feeling back in that leg right now. I can still, I can see the teeth marks on my toe. It's just unbelievable. Wow. All right. Okay, so this next one, we're going to be using our own body strength and doing some long, deep breathing. And this really helps to cleanse the body and strengthen the nervous system. So anytime that you're doing something where your body has to move into shaking, you actually, when you relax, it really helps the nervous system. So this is what you're going to do. You're going to have your left hand facing the body but not touching the body, and then your right hand, the palm is pushing on the wrist of the left hand, yeah? So you're pushing, you're going to try and push this hand to the body, but this left hand is stopping it. So you've got this incredible tension there, okay? So you're pushing real hard. Your eyes can be closed or looking down at your hands. And then you're doing long, deep breathing here, cleansing the body and strengthening the nervous system. Strong breath, everybody. The power of your breath is the depth to which you will cleanse. Push hard. Few more seconds here. Arms should be shaking. You should be feeling the heat rising. 10 more seconds. Really go for it. Three, 2, 1. Gently release. Give your arms a shake. Okay. All right, next one. You're going to have your legs stretched out. I'm going to move this cushion. I'll have to go this way because, I don't know, maybe I can go this way. The balls are there. All right, so legs are stretched out. Your arms are out and your thumbs are up. Okay? And you're going to inhale forward as far as you can go and exhale back as far as you can go. Yeah, so inhale, exhale. The arms stay parallel to the floor and the thumbs stay up. Now sometimes what happens here, if you're on the carpet, is you slide back a little bit and your pants start to fall down. So if that happens to you, don't worry, because nobody can see you. If it happens to me, you can all see. Okay, reaching forward, reaching back. So you can see here, you're putting some pressure on your lower back and your core. Yeah, you need to have pretty strong lower back and core to do this. See, I'm sliding back, so let me move forward. Inhaling forward, exhaling back. Arms strong and straight, thumbs are faced up. Few more. Three, 2, and 1. Good job. Stretch those legs out. Okay, so now we're going into pelvic lift. It's also sometimes called it's like part of Tantra, yeah, because again, we're activating this these lower energies. And this is like a little bridge pose. So you're not coming all the way up into bridge, you're just lifting the sacrum off the floor and letting it bounce back down. That's why having a sheepskin underneath you is really nice. So if you're doing it on a wooden floor, maybe put a cushion under. Otherwise, you're laying down, your heels are in towards your bottom, your knees are bent and up, your arms are down by the side, and you're simply inhaling up a little bit and exhaling, bouncing down, yeah? So quite quickly. So when you bounce down, the whole of your lower back gets a little kind of activation there, and that's going to send energy to kidneys and adrenals. more. 3, 2, 1. Good job. Just relax here for a moment. So each organ is related to an emotion, and your kidneys are related to the emotion of fear. Yeah. So when you feel fearful of something, your body kind of seizes up, right? It can become paralyzed with fear, as they might say, which then causes the adrenals to seize up and stops secreting the hormones that it needs to calm you down. So we're all in a bit of a collective shock. I'm in my own centipede shock. So this Kriya is just going to help to bring us a little stress relief, if you like, on a real proper physical level. All right, so where are we at? All right, so now we're coming into cat-cow. So the cat-cow position, everybody knows cat-cow, yeah? You're on your hands and knees. So first of all, we're going to do cat-cow like this. You're just inhaling up, exhaling, and then we'll do a minute of that, and then we're going to add the feet, the legs. So you'll inhale and exhale, and then we'll do the other side, yeah? Inhale. So you just keep going, and I will tell you when to change. So right now, we're just starting basic cat-cow. So again, you can see if you move from your lower back here, you are squeezing and then lengthening that adrenal and kidney area right there at the lower back. So when you're inhaling up like this, you're squeezing the lower back area, and then when you round, you are opening it up, and that allows more kind of blood flow and energy to be released there. So, and a daily dose of cat-cow is good for you on so many levels. Moves the cerebral spinal fluid, keeps the spine healthy, keeps the neurons firing from the body to the brain. All right, now we're going to bring in that left leg. So you're going to inhale the leg up as the head comes up, and then exhale, knee to forehead. So working on one side of the adrenals, left side right now. 3, 2, 1. Put that knee down and do the other side. Inhale, exhale. Working on the right side of the adrenals. Job. Come to lying down all the way down on your front. Just rest here a minute. Take some deep breaths. You're doing great. We're nearly finished with this Kriya. Okay, so now you're kneeling up. You see it's a very subtle move, but again, really activating that those inner organs. So your hands are forward, I don't know if you can see that, my hands are forward and the thumbs are up, that's all. Okay, and then I'm literally inhaling, stretching myself up over the thumbs, and exhaling back to my heels. That's it. This is pretty much the last thing we're gonna do. Subtle but very effective. Keep the hips up. Just moving backwards and forwards here. So I know Kundalini yoga can seem a little strange. Sometimes you've just got to trust the process. It's a yoga of experience. You do it and you experience it. And once you've experienced it, you know it works. Three, two, and one. Now you're going to come straight onto your back. Last thing, and we're going to do some rolls, some back rolls. I'm just going to move that ball. Okay, so you're basically on your back. You've got your arms tucked around your legs, and you're just rocking backwards and forwards. This is the last kind of movement, really. So enjoy it. Feels really fun. Three, two, and one. Good job. Lay down. So just lay down a minute. Relax. We are going to do a breathing meditation in a moment, but that's the end of the actual Kriya to balance the adrenals and kidneys. Let me play these balls for you for a minute. So, you know what happens when you have a need to be strong, a need to move through something without breaking down. Yeah, everybody has challenges in life. You know, and you'll know some people who seem to deal with those challenges really well, and you'll know some people who don't deal with the challenges really well. And of course, quite sadly, you know, hospitals and institutions often have people there that have not dealt with situations because internal organs, glands, not in harmony, body, mind and spirit not in harmony. Things become too difficult and we cannot cope. And oftentimes we're looking for strength in other people. Yeah, we want other people to help us, and that is wonderful if there are other people around who are also strong enough to help us. You know, you've got to think about this. Oftentimes we need help and we're asking for help from people who are not capable of helping us. They don't have their own inner strength. They don't have enough inner strength of their own to give any to us. We're kind of looking for that strength in all the wrong places, and so we need to develop that strength within ourselves. Because I'm sure we've all experienced that other people are just not that reliable. And so we need to be able to rely on our own inner strength and our own inner capacity to deal with things. ready, come up to sitting. We will have a longer sound healing after this meditation. So I've been, looking a lot at different kinds of breath work, and of course Kundalini yoga is a lot, all about breath work, how we use the breath to our own benefit. So we talked about the breath of fire being a cleansing, energizing, detoxifying breath that also kind of strengthens our auric field. But then there's this like real slowing down and almost emptying the self of the breath, which is said to really bring longer life to the body, more prana to the body. And the best way to do that is to do what's called the 1 minute breath. I can't do that, but maybe you can, and I'd love to know if you can. So the 1 minute breath, 20, 40, 60, would be to inhale slowly for 20 seconds, hold the breath in for 20 seconds, and then exhale slowly for 20 seconds. That would be the 1 minute breath. And that's meant to add so many more years onto your life when you can really, really, really slow and control your breath. So yesterday, after I was, kind of getting over my trauma and shock of my centipede bite, and I was able to move about and think, what can I do to try and start, healing and calming myself. I found this meditation, and the meditation is a meditation to handle a grave situation. Okay, and what this will do for you. This is a very simple and ancient meditation to resolve inner stress and conflict. It's inner psychotherapy. The moment the body knows the breath is out, it starts adjusting at the highest rate of efficiency. So the theory is that when you're not breathing, when the breath is held out of the body and there's no breath, there's no prana there moving, all the other bodies, the other 10 bodies, start to come online. Yeah, they start to power up. All the cells of the body, they feel like they're being starved of oxygen, so therefore they really start to become powerful. So the computer, being the body, must figure out how to allow you and your cells, which need an X amount of oxygen, to survive. And so therefore you actually become stronger. So if you're in a most grave situation, 5 minutes of this meditation will take care of it. So this is how you do it. So do it along with me. I'm teaching you this now so that if you do end up in a grave situation and you need to call on something, perhaps you'll call on this. Okay, so you sit with your legs crossed, you put your hands together, your fingers are together, and your hands are just resting across your chest here, just lightly, no big deal. Kind of fairly relaxed. So it's not any effort to hold them there. You're going to close your eyes almost closed. So 9/10 means you're looking kind of down at the tip of your nose, but don't worry too much about that right now. Let's think about the breath. So you're deeply inhaling for 5 seconds. So you'll be inhaling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you exhale for 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you keep the breath out for 15 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. That's one complete round, okay? So let's try that together. So it's inhale for 5, exhale for 5, hold the breath out of the body for 15. Inhale 5, exhale 5, hold the breath out for 15. If you can't do it, do whatever you can to that kind of proportion, yeah? So just do a few rounds together. So inhaling. Exhaling. Hold the breath out. Inhale 5. Exhale 5. Hold the breath out 15. Inhale 5. Exhale 5. Hold the breath out 15. Complete 2 more rounds on your own. Good, and when you finish, you can just lower your hands down, normal breathing, see how you feel. I definitely feel much calmer. So we will close with 3 sat-nams together now, and then I'll do a sound bath for those that want to stay with me and relax and have a little sound bath. But we're nearly up to our hour of actual teaching. So just rub the palms together. When we close with our mantra Sat-Nam, we're keeping ourselves connected to our own inner truth, our own identity. Hands at the heart, deep breath in. May the long-time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure lights within you guide your way on. Sat-Nam. Hope you enjoyed that set for your adrenals and kidneys, designed to keep you strong, balanced, inner strength, vitality, and ability to move through life's challenges with grace and ease. So I'm going to move into sound bath. I will be posting this class, so if you missed it, don't worry, you can do it later. So just lay down. I'll probably play for like 10 minutes and then I'll drift off.